I'm like really nervous and scared. I did something that I shouldn't have done. That was an accident. It was an accident. It's okay. It was an accident. It probably didn't even get through. I clicked on something I shouldn't have clicked on. I'm just scared I can get in trouble for clicking on it. Anyways, I'm going to read the Bible now. I'm going to read Numbers 31, chapter 31 in the Bible. I just have so much anxiety. Okay. Anyways, vengeance on the Midianites. The Lord said to Moses, "Take vengeance on the Midianites for the Israelites. After that you will be gathered to your people." So Moses said to the people, "Arm some of your men and go to war against the Midianites and carry out the Lord's vengeance on them. Send into battle 1,000 men from each of the tribes of Israel." So 12,000 men armed for battle, 1,000 from each tribe, were supplied from the clans of Israel. Moses sent them into battle, 1,000 from each tribe, along with Phinehas, son of Eleazar, the priest, who took with him articles from the sanctuary and the trumpets for signaling. They fought against Midian, as the Lord commanded Moses, and killed every man. Among their victims were Evi, Rekem, Zur, Hur, and Reba, the 5 kings of Midian. They also killed Balaam, son of Beor, with the sword. The Israelites captured the Midianite women and children and took all the Midianite herds, flocks, and goods as plunder. They burned all the towns where the Midianites had settled, as well as all their camps. They took all the plunder and spoils, including the people and animals, and brought the captives, spoils, and plunder to Moses and Eleazar, the priest, and the Israelite assembly at their camp on the plains of Moab, by the Jordan, across from Jericho. Moses, Eleazar, the priest, and all the leaders from the community went to meet them outside the camp. Moses was angry with the officers of the army, the commanders of thousands and commanders of hundreds, who returned from the battle. "Have you allowed all the women to live?" he asked them. They were the ones who followed Balaam's advice and were the means of turning the Israelites away from the Lord in what happened at Peor, so that a plague struck the Lord's people. Now kill all the boys, and kill every woman who has slept with a man, but save for yourselves every girl who has never slept with a man. Kinda harsh. All of you who have killed anyone or touched anyone who was killed must stay outside the camp 7 days. On the third and seventh day you must purify yourselves and your captives. Purify every garment as well as everything made of leather, goat hair, or wood. Then Eleazar the priest said to the soldier who had gone into battle, "This is the requirement of the law that the Lord gave to Moses. Gold, silver, iron, tin, lead, and anything else that can withstand fire must be put through the fire, and then it will be clean. But it must also be purified with a water of cleansing. And whatever cannot withstand fire must be put through the water. On the 7th day wash your clothes, and you will be clean. Then you may come into the camp." Dividing the spoils. The Lord said to Moses, "You and Eleazar the priest and the family heads of the community are to count all the people and the animals that were captured. Divide the spoils between the soldiers who took part in the battle and the rest of the community. From the soldiers who fought in the battle, set apart as tribute for the Lord any one out of every 500, whatever person, cattle, donkeys, sheep, or goats. Take this tribute from their half share and give it to Eleazar the priest as the Lord's part. From the Israelites, half selected one out of every 50, whether persons, cattle, donkeys, sheep, goats, or other animals. Give them to the Levites, who are responsible for the care of the Lord's tabernacle. So Moses and Eleazar the priest did as the Lord commanded Moses. The plunder remaining from the spoils that the soldiers took was 675,000 sheep, 72,000 cattle, and 61,000 donkeys, and 32,000 women who had never slept with a man. The half share of those who fought in the battle was 337,500 sheep, of which the tribute for the Lord was 675. 36,000 cattle, of which the tribute for the Lord was 72. 30,500 donkeys, for which the tribute for the Lord was 61. 16,000 people, for which the tribute for the Lord was 32. Moses gave the tribute to Eleazar and the priest as the Lord's part, as the Lord commanded Moses, half belonging to the Israelite, which Moses set apart from that of the fighting men. The community's half was 337,500 sheep, 36,000 cattle, 30,500 donkeys, and 16,000 people. From the Israelites' half, Moses selected one out of every 50 persons and animals, as the Lord commanded him, and gave them to the Levites, who were responsible for the care of the Lord's tabernacle. Then the officers who were over the units of the army, the commanders of thousands and commanders of hundreds, went to Moses and said to him, "Your servants have counted the soldiers under our command, and no one is missing. So we have brought as an offering to the Lord the gold articles each of us acquired, armlets, bracelets, signet rings, earrings, and necklaces, to make atonement for ourselves before the Lord." Moses and Eleazar the priest accepted from them the gold, all the crafted articles, all the gold from the commanders and of thousands of commanders of hundreds of that Moses and Eleazar presented as a gift to the Lord, weighing 16,750 shekel. Each soldier had taken plunder for himself. Moses and Eleazar the priest accepted the gold from the commanders of thousands and commanders of hundreds and brought it into the tent of meeting as a memorial for the Israelites before the Lord. That's the end of that chapter. So here we see Moses sends an army and takes over Moab. And Moab was the city, I guess, that was closer by. And that's where he wanted to take over the Israelites, but the Israelites ended up taking over them. And it's kind of brutal. I didn't expect that. It's a little brutal. It's like, vengeance on the Midianites, and it's kind of like they went in and they killed everyone. They killed so many people. But like, this is like one of the great battles in the Bible. And they took all their stuff, and it kind of makes me sad, because it's like, I don't think it's right to like attack another society and take all their stuff, but I guess it's just a way of life. I mean, it's in the Bible, and that's why it's just accepted by so many people. Maybe this is why. Because I've always wondered as a child, it's like, why do people do that? Why is there wars? Why do they just like take over another country and take all their stuff? And like, this is like history, right? It's just been a part of history, and it's part of religion. And it's not nice how they just treated the women like that, but at least they let them live, right? Yeah. It's pretty cool, though. I mean, not being the humanitarian side of it, it's pretty cool how this happened, and like, how like it was able to take over and stuff.